Dear students, today we will start infinite series continued the exercise 4.6 Cauchy's integral test. If f is a non-negative monotonically decreasing and integrable function of x greater than equal to 1 such that fn is equal to an for all n belongs to n, then the series summation an and the sequence in where in is equal to integration of fx where limit is from 1 to n both converge or diverge together. Making the proof, consider a real number x such that n plus 1 is greater than equal to x and x is greater than n where n belongs to set of natural number. Since f is a decreasing function of x, therefore fx is between fn plus 1 and fn, or fx is between an plus 1 to an, and this also implies making integration of an plus 1 where n is from n plus 1 is less than equal to integration of fx limiting value is n to n plus 1, and this is less than equal to integration of an dx n is from n to n plus 1, and this implies an plus 1 integration of 1 is x, integration of fx dx limit is n to n plus 1 is less than equal to an integration of 1 is x, and now this implies fx integration of fx dx limit is from n to n plus 1 is lying between an plus 1 to an, marking this as number 1. Putting n is equal to 1 2 3 so on n minus 1 successfully in first, we have fx integration of fx limit is from 1 to 2 is lying between a2 to a1. Next identity becomes this one, and last one is integration of fx dx limit is n minus 1 to n is lying between an to an minus 1. Adding the above inequalities, we have in left hand side a2 plus a3 plus so on an is less than equal to integration of fx dx limit is 1 to n is less than equal to a1 plus a2 plus so on an minus 1, marking this as number 2. Let sn is sum of n terms, therefore sn minus a1 is becomes equal to a2 plus a3 plus so on an, and sn minus an is becomes equal to a1 plus a2 plus so on an minus 1. Now from second, sn minus a1 is less than equal to integration of fx dx limit is 1 to n is less than sn minus an, or in is between sn minus a1 or sn. Now the case first is sequence in is convergent, therefore limiting value of in when n tends to infinity equal to a fixed quantity I say. Therefore from third, sn minus a1 is less than equal to in for all n, or we can say sn is less than equal to in plus a1. Therefore limiting value of sn when n tends to infinity is less than equal to limiting value of in when n tends to infinity plus a1, or limiting value of sn when n tends to infinity is less than equal to I plus a1. Thus sequence Sn is bounded above. Also, sequence Sn being positive term sequence is a monotonically increasing sequence. Therefore, sequence Sn is convergent. Hence, the series summation An is convergent. Now the case second, sequence In is divergent. Therefore, limiting value of In will be infinity. From third, In is less than equal to Sn for all n, or Sn is greater than equal to In for all n. Therefore, limiting value of Sn when n tends to infinity is greater than equal to limiting value of In when n tends to infinity, or limiting value of Sn is greater than equal to infinity. Thus the sequence Sn is bounded above. Also, Sn being a positive term sequence is a monotonically increasing sequence. Therefore, sequence Sn is divergent, hence the series is divergent. Making note, if x is greater than equal to k, then summation an and integration of fx from k to infinity converge or diverge together. Now taking some examples. First example is, using Cauchy integral test, discuss the convergence of the following series summation 1 by n raised to power p. N is from 1 to infinity and p is greater than 0. For the solution denoting the given series summation an, we have an is equal to 1 by n raised to power p. Let fx is equal to 1 by x raised to power p, so that fn is equal to an for all n belongs to n. For x greater than equal to 1, fx is a non-negative monotonically decreasing function of x. Therefore, Cauchy integral test is applicable. Now case first, when p is greater than 1, in is equal to integration of fx dx, and limit is from 1 to n is equal to integration of 1 by x की power p dx, limit is from 1 to n. Making integration and putting the limit, we have value as 1 by 1 minus p into 1 by n raised to power p minus 1 minus 1. Therefore, finding limit of n tends to infinity, this giving as 1 by p minus 1, which is a finite quantity. Therefore, in is a convergent sequence. Therefore, by Cauchy integral test, summation an is convergent. That is, summation 1 by n raised to power p, where n is from 1 to infinity, is convergent. Case second, p is less than 1. In is equal to integration of fx dx, limit is from 1 to n, putting value x raised to power minus p, and evaluate the integration and putting the limit, value is 1 by 1 minus p into n raised to power 1 minus p minus 1. Therefore, limiting value of in is equal to infinity. Thus, the sequence in diverges to infinity. Therefore, by Cauchy integral test, summation an is divergent, that is, series 1 by n raised to power p, n is from 1 to infinity, is divergent. Now the case third, when p equal to 1, in this case an is equal to 1 by n, fx is equal to 1 by x. Therefore, in is equal to integration of fx dx, limit is from 1 to n. Evaluating the integration, value will be log n, and therefore limiting value of in is equal to infinity. Thus the sequence in diverges to infinity. Hence, by Cauchy integral test, the series is also divergent. Thus we have series 1 by np is convergent if p is greater than 1 and divergent if p is less than equal to 1. Second, denoting the given series by summation n is from 1 to infinity, we have an is equal to 1 by under root n. Let fx is equal to 1 by under root x, so that fn is equal to an for all n belongs to n. For all x1 x2 greater than equal to 1, consider x1 is less than equal to x2. Therefore square root x1 is less than equal to square root x2. Taking reciprocals, 1 by square root x1 is greater than equal to 1 by square root x2, or fx1 is greater than equal to fx2. This implies fx is decreasing function of x for all x greater than equal to 1. Therefore for all x greater than equal to 1, fx is non-negative monotonically decreasing function of x. Therefore Cauchy integral test is applicable. Now in is equal to integration of fx dx, limit is from 1 to n. Evaluating the integral, value will be 2 under root n minus 2. When we apply the limit on in, value will be infinity. Therefore sequence in diverges to plus infinity. Therefore by Cauchy integral test the given series is divergent. Second problem, using integral test, test the behavior of the series summation 1 by n log n raised to power p. N is from 2 to infinity and p is greater than 0. Here an is 1 by n log n raised to power p. P is greater than 0. If we suppose that let fx is equal to 1 by x log x raised to power p. P is greater than 0. Therefore fn is equal to an for all n greater than equal to 2. Now consider x1 is less than x2 for x1 x2 greater than equal to 2. Therefore x1 into log x1 raised to power p is less than x2 log x2 raised to power p. Making reciprocal, 1 by x1 log x1 raised to power p is greater than by 1 by x2 log x2 raised to power p, or we can say fx1 is greater than fx2. This implies fx is a decreasing function of x. Also fx is non-negative for all x greater than equal to 2. Therefore Cauchy integral test is applicable. Now case first, when p is greater than 1. in is integral fx dx, limit is from 2 to n. Evaluating the integral, value will be equal to 1 by 1 minus p into 1 by log n raised to power p minus 1 minus 1 by log 2 p minus 1. Therefore finding limiting value, value will be this one, 1 by 1 minus p minus 1 by log 2 raised to power p minus 1, which is a finite quantity. Therefore sequence in converges. Therefore by Cauchy integral test, series is also convergent. Now taking the second case, if p is less than 1, evaluating integral, value will be equal to 1 by 1 minus p log n raised to power 1 minus p minus log 2 raised to power 1 minus p. Therefore finding limiting value is equal to infinity. Therefore sequence in is divergent and hence series is divergent. Now case third, if p is equal to 1, then integral value is equal to log of log n minus log of log 2, and evaluating limiting value, this will be equal to infinity. Therefore the sequence in diverges to plus infinity. Therefore by Cauchy integral test, the given series is diverges. Hence the given series converges if p is greater than 1 and diverges if p is less than equal to 1. Taking the third problem, test the series summation n e raised to power minus n square, where n is 1 to infinity, for convergence. Here an is equal to n into e raised to power minus n square. If we suppose that we have a function fx having value as equal to x e raised to power minus x square and x is greater than equal to 1, therefore fn becomes an for all n greater than equal to 1. Differentiating first with respect to x, we have f dash x is equal to e raised to power minus x square into minus 2x square plus 1, and also equal to, that is which is will be less than 0 for all x greater than equal to 1. Therefore fx is a decreasing function of x for all x greater than equal to 1. Also fx is a non-negative for all x greater than equal to 1. Therefore Cauchy integral test is applicable. Now in is equal to integration of fx dx, limit is from 1 to n, putting the value and evaluating, value will be equal to minus 1 by 2 e raised to power minus n square minus e raised to power minus 1. Therefore finding its limiting value, and limiting value is equal to 1 by 2e, which is a finite quantity. Therefore sequence in is convergent, and therefore by Cauchy integral test summation an is convergent. Dear students, try exercise 4.6. If you have any problem, then discuss with me. Now the next test is Cauchy's condensation test. If an is greater than equal to an plus 1 and both are greater than equal to 0 for each n, then the series summation an and summation 2n into a to n is from 1 to infinity, converge or diverge together. For the proof, let Sn and delta n denote the nth partial sum of two series summation an and summation 2n a to n respectively. Therefore, Sn is equal to a1 plus a2 plus so on an, and sigma n is equal to 2 times a2 plus 2 square a2 square plus 2 cube a2 cube plus so on 2n a to n. Case first, let the series summation 2n a to n be convergent. Therefore the sequence sigma n is convergent and bounded by u. Therefore sigma n is less than equal to u for all n. Sn is equal to a1 plus a2 plus an, also equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus a4 plus so on a to k, where n is equal to 2k plus 1, so that n tends to infinity, k tends to infinity. Or making grouping a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on like that one, we have a1, here is 2a2, here is 2 square a2 square, like that one. That is, this becomes a1 plus sigma k plus a2 k plus 1, which is less than equal to a1 plus sigma k plus a1. Therefore Sn is becomes less than 2a1 plus sigma k, or less than equal to 2a1 plus u. Sigma n is less than equal to u for all n. This shows that sequence Sn is bounded above and hence convergent. Hence the series summation an is also convergent. Case second, let the series, this is divergent. Therefore the sequence sigma n is divergent to infinity. This implies the sequence sigma n is unbounded above, marking this as 1. Now S to n is equal to a1 plus a2 plus so on a to n, that is a1 plus a2 a3 plus a4, writing in grouping, which will be greater than equal to this quantity, since an is greater than equal to an plus 1 for all n, or a1 plus 1 by 2 sigma n. Using first, we obtain that sequence s to n is unbounded above and hence divergent to infinity, but s to n is a subsequence of sequence Sn. Therefore sequence Sn is divergent to infinity. Hence the series an is divergent. Note, if an is greater than equal to an plus 1 is greater than equal to 0 for all n, then the series summation an and summation kn akn converge or diverge together where k is any positive integer. Now taking solved examples. Example first, using Cauchy's condensation test, show that the series summation 1 by n log n raised to power p is convergent if p is greater than 1 and divergent if p is between 0 and 1 and may be also equal to 1. Solution: let an is equal to 1 by n log n raised to power p and an plus 1 is 1 by n plus 1 log n plus 1 raised to power p. Now since n log n raised to power p is less than n plus 1 log n plus 1 raised to power p for all n, therefore taking reciprocal 1 by n log n raised to power p is greater than 1 by n plus 1 log n plus 1 whole power p for all n. This implies an is greater than an plus 1 for all n. Now case first, for p is greater than 1, a to n is equal to this one, and since 1 by 2n raised to power p minus 1 is less than 1, this implies 2n a to n is less than 1 by n log 2 raised to power p is equal to 1 by n raised to power p log 2 power p. Therefore 2n a to n is less than 1 by n raised to power p log 2 p for all n, but 1 by np series is convergent for p is greater than 1. Therefore by comparison test, summation 2n a to n is convergent. By Cauchy condensation test, we have summation an is convergent. Case second, when p is equal to 1, a to n into 2n is equal to 2n upon 2n log 2 raised to power n is equal to log 1 by log 2 raised to power n is equal to 1 by n log 2. As series 1 by 1 is divergent, so summation 2n a to n is divergent by comparison test. Therefore by Cauchy condensation test, summation an is divergent. Now the case third, when p is less than 1, 2n a to n is becomes greater than 1 by n log 2 raised to power p. Since 1 by 2n p minus 1 is greater than 1, therefore 2n a to n is greater than 1 by n raised to power p log 2 raised to power p. But 1 by np is divergent for p is less than 1. Therefore by comparison test, series summation 2n a to n is divergent. Therefore by Cauchy condensation test, summation an is divergent. Using Cauchy condensation test, discuss the convergence of the series summation 1 by n log n raised to power p, n is from 2 to infinity. Let an is equal to 1 by n log n raised to power p. Case first, when p is less than equal to 0, 1 by n log n raised to power p is greater than equal to 1 by n for all n greater than equal to 2. As summation 1 by n is divergent, so by comparison test, this series is also divergent. Case second, when p is greater than 0, since n log n raised to power p is an increasing sequence, therefore an is a decreasing sequence. That is, an is greater than an plus 1 greater than 0 for all n greater than equal to 2. Therefore by Cauchy condensation test, both the series converge or diverge together. Now summation 2n a to n is equal to 1 by log 2 raised to power p summation 1 by n raised to power p, n is from 2 to infinity. Now this series is convergent if p is greater than 0 and divergent if p is less than equal to 1. Therefore This series is convergent if p is greater than 1 and divergent for p is less than equal to 1. Hence, series an is convergent if p is greater than 1 and divergent for p is less than equal to 1. Example third, using Cauchy condensation test, discuss the convergence of the series summation log n by n is from 2 to infinity. Let an is log n by n, log an plus 1 is equal to log n plus 1 by n plus 1 for n is greater than equal to 2. Let fx is equal to log x by x. Their derivative is equal to 1 minus log x by x square. Now fx is decreasing function if f dash x is less than 0. That is 1 minus log x by x square is less than 0, implies 1 minus log x is less than 0. 1 is less than log x, log is less than log x, implies e is less than x. Therefore fx is decreasing function when x is greater than e. Therefore an is greater than an plus 1 for all n greater than equal to 2. Therefore, Cauchy condensation test is applicable and the series an and summation 2n a to n converge or diverge together. Now, summation 2n a to n is from 2 to infinity is equal to log 2 summation n is from 2 to infinity. Clearly, summation n is divergent. Therefore, summation 2n a to n is divergent. Therefore, summation 2n a to n is divergent implies an is divergent, hence the given series is divergent. Example 4th, using Cauchy condensation test, discuss the convergence of the series summation 1 by n log of log n is from 3 to infinity. Let an is this, an plus 1 this. We have log of log n is less than log of n plus 1 for all n greater than equal to 3. Therefore, n log of log n is less than n plus 1 log of log n plus 1 into log of n plus 1. Taking reciprocal, we get this inequality, or an is greater than an plus 1 is greater than 0 for all n greater than equal to 3. Therefore, Cauchy condensation test is applicable and behavior of both the series is same. Now 2n a to n is equal to 1 by n log 2 log of n log 2, marking this as number 1. For all n greater than equal to 3, n log 2 is less than n. Therefore, log of n log 2 is less than log 3, marking this as 2 and 3. Now using second and 3, we get 2n a to n is greater than 1 by n log n using first here. But summation 1 by n log n is divergent. Therefore, by comparison test, summation 2n a to n is also divergent. Hence, the series summation an is also divergent. Thank you, students. Try exercise 4.7. If you have any problem, then discuss with me. Thank you.